What is up, y'all? Today we are going to be starting a new series. This series is called the Midnight Magic series, where basically I'm gonna be up at midnight and I'm gonna be doing card magic. Now, this isn't ASMR at any means, so don't think it is. I am going to be talking a little bit softer, just so I don't wake anybody in my house. But today we have a performance and tutorial that uses a dice and my knock black playing cards. Now, if you guys enjoy this series and you want me to make more episodes, let me know and I will. Otherwise, enjoy. I'm going to have a spectator just touch the back of any card. Let's say they touch this card right here. They touch that card. Alright, this card was chosen at random and it'll be set face down on the floor. Alright, and here I have a die. Pretty normal die from a board game of some type, and you can roll and it'll land on any number. It's not a trick die, nothing like that. If I had a spectator, I would allow the spectator to roll the die for me. But since I don't have a spectator, I'm gonna have to do it myself. So what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna roll the die, and whatever number it lands on is how many cards we're gonna deal off the top onto the card mat. 5. So we're gonna take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We have 5 cards on the table now. So now we're going to incorporate the dice again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll the die, and whatever number it lands on is the card that we are going to eliminate. We're gonna do process of elimination. So let's try this again. 5. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th card eliminated. Now, if you were here, you'd be rolling the die. But since you're not, I'm gonna have to roll it for you. Let's roll it again. 2. So we go 1, 2. This card now gets eliminated. We're gonna roll again. Okay. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th card eliminated. So now we're down to 2. Let's roll one last time. 6. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This card gets eliminated. So now we're down to 1 card and 1 card only. Now, the card you chose, you saw it, I didn't see it, but you stopped randomly at the Jack of Spades. Now, we rolled the dice, we dealt off a number of cards, we kept rolling the dice using process of elimination to get the cards down to 1 card. That 1 card is the soulmate to the Jack of Spades, also known as the Jack of Clubs. So that was the trick. Now I'm going to teach y'all how to do it. So this is how this trick is done. Basically, you want to have a normal deck of playing cards, 52. It doesn't really matter if it's 52 because you're not using that many. But you want to make sure it's a normal deck. You could even do a borrowed and shuffled deck if you want to, but there's a little bit of a setup. So what you're going to do is you're going to take whichever one you want, you're going to put that on top of the deck, and the next card is going to be the card that you are going to force onto them. So for example, I did the Cold Force. I had the card cold in the back while I was spreading through like this. The card was cold in the back, so whenever they said stop, I just put the piles together and they chose the card that I made them choose. I like this method because they actually get to choose a card specifically, and I feel like it looks a lot more clean this way. The only thing is you gotta remember angles. So when you're culling this card in the back, just make sure that it's facing forward a little bit more so they don't really see that cold card. And make sure that when you stop, you don't hit it too hard, you just kind of do it nonchalant, and you flip it up and show them. And I'm not looking at it, the back is facing me, but we know that this is the Jack of Spades because it's forced onto them. So once you've forced the card and they've seen the card, they can either hold it and not show you, or you can place it on the table. Totally up to you. Then you're going to take the rest of the pile, you're going to place it on top, because remember, you have the soulmate on top and you don't want to ruin it. So once the card is chosen, you're going to set the deck aside and you're going to mention the dice. Now you can have this in your pocket, you can have it on the table already, you can even see if a spectator has one. I don't know why someone would carry around a dice, but it's possible. So first you explain that you're going to roll to see how many cards you're going to deal onto the table. So that's what you do. You have the spectator roll, and they rolled a 6. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take one card at a time, and you're going to count from 1 to 6. 2, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you gotta remember, since you reverse counted the cards, the spectator's soulmate would be right here. So now, after you deal out the 6 cards, you explain to them that you're going to roll the dice and you're going to use process of elimination. So first things first, they roll the dice, they choose 2. You're going to start over here at their card and you're going to count 1, 2, and you're going to eliminate the second card. So that makes 5 cards left. So now they can roll again. They do 3. So you can start over here, do 1, 2, 3, and eliminate the third card from the pile. So now they can roll again, and they choose 3 again. So you're going to count the same way. 1, 2, 3. Consistency is key. Make sure that you're counting from the same direction. There might be some instances where you have to switch it up, but I'll get to that in a minute. So let's roll again. They choose 4. Now this is an instance where you might switch it up a little bit because you want them to choose this card here, which is their soulmate, the Jack of Clubs. So you're going to use a little bit of Magician's Choice. For those of you who are beginners in Magic, Magician's Choice is basically when the magician does something to control the spectator to choose a specific card. For example, if I was to count from here and count 4, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can't do that because we need to keep this card. So for this instance, I would count 1, 2, 3, 4 and eliminate this card instead, which is not the Jack of Clubs. The reason why is because you need them to choose this. Now, if you act nonchalant about it, no one's going to notice. No one's going to point it out. They will still be fooled by it. It's just a slight Magician's Choice to get them to choose the card you need them to choose. So once you use that Magician's Choice, there's 2 cards left. You're going to roll the dice again. Now this is important. With 2 cards left, if the roll is even, you're going to start with this card. If the roll is odd, you're going to start the count with this card. You'll see. So they roll the die. The roll is even. It's a 6. So you're going to start here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to eliminate this card because this is the card they need to choose. However, if the die roll was a odd number, you would have started over here because you don't want to land on this card. So you would start over here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which also lands on this card. Basically, you want to force them to pick this card. And now what you're going to do is once there's 1 card left, you can mention they don't need the die anymore. You're going to tell them that they chose the Jack of Spades. And then you can flip over this card and show them that the card they landed on was the Jack of Clubs. Now here's the thing. I want to go back and I want to explain this one last time just because I know that different outcomes can appear. So obviously, you do the call. They stop anywhere. They choose the card, the Jack of Spades. It gets placed down, face down on the table. And you set the cards aside. Now, the dice gets rolled, a 4. And you're going to deal out 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards. This dice roll doesn't matter because it's always going to be either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. However, these upcoming dice rolls is what matters. So now you're going to keep rolling, and they say 2, so you're going to start over here, 1, 2. You're going to eliminate this card. So they're going to roll again, another 2. So you know that 2 is the middle card, so you're going to eliminate that card. Now you have 2 left. Remember, if the roll is even, you start here. If the roll is odd, you start here. Roll is even, so you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they land on the soulmate every time. Now here is what you should do if they roll a 1 on the first roll. What you can do is if they roll a 1, like I just did, what you can do at this point is you can say, that's really interesting because we shuffled the cards, we mixed the cards, and the card you stopped at, the card you rolled to, was the soulmate to your card. That's an easy way to do it because you don't want to go through all the other rolls if they choose a 1. Every other instance, you want to deal out the cards and you want to roll it and do the exact same thing. That's the trick. If y'all enjoyed, please let me know, and please leave your feedback on this new series. That'll be very much appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next card magic video. Keep mastering life.